So today we're doing a deep dive into a really profound theoretical framework from Neely Fuller Jr.
It's a big one.
It is. He proposes that the system of white supremacy, which he just calls racism, isn't merely a political or, a social structure.
No, not at all. He frames it as a totalizing religious system.
A religion. And that's our mission today, right? To really get into the logic of his book, The United Independent Compensatory Code, and see what the implications are.
Exactly. Because he starts with this foundational axiom, this first commandment almost.
Which is, if you do not understand white supremacy, racism, what it is and how it works, everything else that you understand will only confuse you.
And that's such a heavy statement. He's not just saying you'll be uninformed. He's arguing the system's purpose is to create confusion. It's the primary organizing principle of reality, and if you miss that, every single thing you do will just lead you in circles.
Okay, so let's unpack that. If we accept his argument for a moment that this system is a supreme being, what attributes does he say it has?
Well, the first one is straight out of classical theology. Omnipresence.
Omnipresence.
Yeah. He argues it operates, and this is a quote, anywhere on the planet, minute by minute, day by day, all of the time.
So no cultural or geographic safe haven, it's everywhere.
It's everywhere. And it usurps the divine role, you see. It becomes the arbiter of life and death.
Through war and law.
Right. And it's the source of your daily bread.
Through economics.
And the source of truth. Through education and entertainment. It's a functional, operating God.
And that's what he calls the theological trap, isn't it?
It is. It's this profound crisis where non-white victims might subconsciously start to equate this white racist God with the actual universal creator.
So how do you break free from that?
Through what he calls a radical iconoclasm. You literally have to smash the mental idols.
Which brings us to the daily practice, the liturgy of this system.
The sacraments.
Right. He says all human interaction falls into 9 areas: economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war.
And each one is a mechanism of reinforcement. I mean, take education.
He calls it the catechism.
Exactly. It's the catechism that teaches the dogma of superiority and inferiority through, these false historical narratives. The code is meant to be the counter-catechism.
And law. How does that become something like canon law or an inquisition?
Because law enforcement is, in his framework, functionally deified. They become the agents of the state god.
Applying the law selectively to keep the hierarchy in place.
Precisely. And economics is just the tithe.
The extraction of resources, forcing dependency.
Yeah, you get your daily bread for being submissive. It prevents real independence.
So if the system's religion is based on creating confusion, what is his path to clarity, to, salvation?
He creates this very stark binary cosmology. You have racism, the force of chaos and non-justice, and it depends on deception.
On word magic.
That's his term for it, yeah. A perfect example is calling the global non-white population a minority. It's a linguistic trick, right? It manipulates your entire sense of psychological status.
And the only counterweight to that chaos is justice.
Justice, but defined with absolute precision. That's key. For him, justice is the condition where no person is mistreated and the people who need help get the help they need.
And that precision is a weapon.
It's the anti-chaos. It gives you a measurable, concrete goal for what he calls counter-warfare. No emotion, no malice, just the objective.
So the code itself is like the heretical scripture. It's a manual.
It's a tactical manual. It requires constant discipline. So I think the final takeaway for you listening is that in this framework, there is no neutral ground.
You're either serving one or the other.
You're either unconsciously worshiping the system of white supremacy or you're consciously practicing the counter-racist code of justice. Confusion is just manufactured submission.
Which leaves us with a final thought. Try this. For the next week, analyze the news purely through the lens of those 9 areas of activity.
Economics, law, education, all of them.
Yeah. View every event as a potential sacramental act of this religion. How does that shift your interpretation of what's really going on? It forces a kind of constant intellectual watchfulness.